We don't learn from our experience, we learn from reflecting upon our experience. And far too often, we're so busy working in the day-to-day whirlwind that we miss the lessons from our mistakes, from our shortcomings, or even from our successes. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 review exercises to improve performance, whether it's for yourself or for your team. There's always an opportunity to amplify.
Welcome to Growth Amplifiers, where we showcase the best tips, resources, and tools to amplify and scale your business.
We're going to be talking about the quarterly reflection, the stop, start, continue, and how you can grow together with healthy conflict. So let's start off with the quarterly reflection. We love to facilitate quarterly strategic planning sessions with our clients, whether they're clients that we've had for some time or clients that we're just getting started. It's really important to help people take that step back and learn from those life lessons. Or we can be doomed to repeat those mistakes, those challenges, repeat those issues, and that's no fun for anyone. So we start reflecting on what are some of the mistakes or the assumptions that we've made or some of the failures that we've experienced. And we don't want to feel bad about these things. Failure is feedback. It's how we learn, it's how we grow. Some of the most successful entrepreneurs have been successful because they failed a lot of times, giving them a lot of knowledge. They just were quicker to get back up. So we take the time to really think about that and say, what did we learn from those mistakes? What can we do better? What can we avoid next time? Another thing we can reflect upon are the successes, the victories, the best practices that helped us achieve the things that were important. What do we do good? What are those habits? What were those rituals, those mindsets that really helped us perform, achieve what we were shooting out to perform? And then question for you is, how often do you spend time to reflect on your past? As mentioned, I like to do this quarterly. Sometimes we'll do a small weekly reflection, but it's important to do. Love to see how often you recommend doing it in the comments. Quarterly reflection exercises are great. And sometimes when we're doing quarterly strategic planning sessions, we like to do the stop, start, continue exercise. We're all creatures of habit. What we focus on grows. Sometimes we have good habits that are working for us, that are giving us positive results, and sometimes we have habits that are working against us. Well, the stop, start, continue really helps us take that step back and evaluate if there are things that we need to do to move us to where we want to go. Who do we want to be? How do we want to show up? What do we want in our lives? Are there things that we need to stop doing? Maybe it's thinking in a negative fashion. Maybe it's watching too much TV. Maybe it's eating junk food or skipping the workout. What are the things that we need to stop? Then we move to the conversation of what are some things we need to start. Maybe we need to start working out or doing mindfulness exercises or reading more books or connecting with more people. There are things that we need to start doing, and by defining them, you can select the 1, 2, or 3 that you're going to be starting so that you're going to be taking new actions to achieve new results. And last, continue. Sometimes we're doing something that's working and we don't want to lose track of it. If we try to start too many things, and we could replace or stop doing something that's working, and that could actually work against us. So we want to define what are the things that are working for us so that we continue those. Stop the ones that aren't and start ones that we believe would be beneficial. So question for you is, what do you think about this exercise? Do you have another exercise or getting some reflection, getting some perspective on actions you could take that would make improvements on your results? I'd love to see that in the comments. All right, so now we're going to move into healthy communication. It is the foundation of a successful team, between clients, between partners, between coaches and coachees, and you need to be able to effectively communicate. And there's a book, Fierce Conversations. I really like this book because it talks about the concept of healthy conflict. And in order to have healthy conflict, you need to have trust. Sometimes people may think that something is a bad idea, but they don't say anything because they didn't want to offend anyone. They felt like it might be off-putting. So they kept that thought to themselves. The bad idea was put into action, and then everyone paid the consequence. If you have solid trust amongst your team, then you can have healthy conflict. You can have someone say, hey, I think this idea may be challenged because of these reasons. You can have that healthy debate and come up with better solutions. In order to get people to feel comfortable enough to have healthy conflict, then you need to be able to have them trust each other. And in order for them to trust each other, an exercise that can be done is opening up some vulnerability. Now, you may know that I'm a positive intelligence mental fitness coach, and And I work to help people identify their saboteurs, their mindsets and thought patterns that work against them. They can be negative, their shortcomings. In a trusted environment, having people share openly some of their flaws, some of the patterns that hold them back, some of their challenges can be a healthy thing. This establishes vulnerability. Where there is vulnerability, you can establish trust. Now, it's important that you have good people with good values to come together to do this. You've got to at least have a decent crew to work with to start, to open up the trust. And as Brene Brown said, there is power in vulnerability. So when you're sharing in this caring environment, you're sharing, again, here's some of the ways that I maybe fall short. Here's some of the things that I'm working to improve upon. Or even just sharing some different things about your personality, such as hidden talents or experiences. When you're sharing together and getting just beyond, oh, the weather's nice, you get to build trust. You get to better understand each other. And you may not be best friends, but at least you can understand people, build that trust, and then feel comfortable enough to have those healthy conflicts, debate on important issues in a positive, supportive way. So a question for you is, what is a book or podcast or channel that facilitates healthy conversation? Love to see that in the comments, and thank you for tuning in. Here is the amplifier action of this video. Put one of these reflection exercises into practice and then come back and share how it occurred for you and for other participants. So in the comments, if you could, share a way that you've grown or improved in the last 90 days. And then how can you share this knowledge with others? I'd love to see that in the comments. Thank you for your support. In our next video, I'll be sharing a breakdown of these stop, start, continue exercises, a little bit more details, examples. Thank you.
To show your support, take a moment to amplify this message by sharing it online. To connect with me or gain more business growth insights, visit www.growthamplifiers.com. Thank you for your support.